Hey guys, welcome back. This is History of Power Rangers Season 2, Episode 48 of my show, but this is about Episode 46 of Season 2. Now, Episode 46 in Season 2 is Part 3 in the Return of the Green Ranger 3-part episode. But before I start talking about this, I just want to mention two things. What I might do for tonight, it's getting late as I'm recording this, so what I might do for tonight is I might record this tonight, but then I'll post it tomorrow morning after breakfast or something. And since the video I'm going to be talking about is about episode 46, that means we got, let's see, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52. We got about 7 more videos left before the end of the second season. Also, the next video I'm going to be talking about is a singular episode, but then after that, the next 4 will be two-part episodes, like I've stated beforehand a couple of times up until this point. Anyway, this is History of Power Rangers Season 2, Episode 48 of my show, but this is about Episode 46 of Season 2. And Episode 46 in the original Power Rangers second season is known as, is the third and final part in the Return of the Green Ranger saga. Now, basically, what happens is, at the beginning of the episode, basically, is basically the Rangers are still in the year 1776 dealing with the rat problem that the Wizard of Deception created. So they're dealing with that on that end, and Tommy is still trying to deal with the Wizard of Deception and the Green Ranger clone on his end, basically. Oh, now that I've brought it up, I'm gonna mention there's actually a little bit of a funny scene with Zed and Rena. What basically happens, I'll explain that part when I get to it, but oh my god, it's so funny now that I thought about it. I can't remember if this was in the previous one I talked about or in this one. I think it was this one, but anyway, but I'll explain why it's funny when I get to the point. And there's actually 2 reasons why it's funny, and I'll explain why when I get there, but I just thought I'd bring that up since I mentioned it. Anyway, basically what happens is, Tommy is still trying to deal with the evil Green Ranger clone and the Wizard of Deception after he found out about where the Rangers are in the year 1776, by tricking them in the previous video that I talked about. Anyway, and well, basically what happens with, I'm gonna get into this segment with the Rangers, then I'm gonna get back to the segment with Tommy's part, because if you guys remember, at the near the end of the Rangers segment of the previous video I did, the Wizard of Deception had used his wand to transform the rats of Angel Grove's past into these giant rat monsters. Oh my god. Anyway, so the Rangers are dealing with that on their end while Tommy's dealing with the Wizard of Deception on his end. And basically what happens is, while they're dealing with those on 2 ends, Zed and Rita are sort of celebrating with dancing with each other. Now, this is the funny part that I mentioned. I'm probably going to make this video a little short. The main reason is because it's getting late, and also, I just want to bring this up. I'm probably going to make this video a little short, like maybe 10, 15 minutes or so, because not a lot happens, and, well, a lot of major stuff does happen, but it's actually minor major stuff in contrast to what happened in the previous two parts, basically, is what I mean by that. Anyway, basically, Zed and Rita are basically celebrating the fact that five of the Rangers are trapped in the past, whereas Tommy has to deal with the Wizard of Deception and his Green Ranger clone in the present, basically. And what happens is they start dancing in this part of, and then that's what leads into the funny part with it. And then Zed mentions about wanting to have a child, and Rita kind of freaks out. She goes to Finster to tell him to make a new potion so that it would make him forget his idea for them to have a child. That's the funny part I wanted to mention. I just thought I'd bring that up since I mentioned it beforehand. Anyway, and the reason why I say that's funny is because in one of the Power Rangers series, in the later seasons that I'm going to be doing, that scene is sort of going to get referenced. I'm not going to say which season name, but I will say the season number. I believe it's, let's see, season 12 was Dino Thunder, season 13 was SPD, season 14, which means season 14, Mystic Force, and season 15 was Operation Overdrive. It won't get mentioned until the late in the Power Rangers series, in the let's see, in the 12 was Dino Thunder, season 13 was SPD, season 14 was Mystic Force, and season 15 was Operation Overdrive. It won't get mentioned until, it won't get referenced until the 15th season of Power Rangers, which is, I'm not going to say the season name because I want to save that for later when I get to that one, which is going to be really late into it. Anyway, but anyway, getting back into what I was saying, after Rita overhears that part and she gets a little nervous about it, she goes to Finster and then she tells him to make her, the love potion that she had him make to use on his head is working a little too well. So she needs him to make a new potion which will fast, and then Finster's wondering why, and then what kind of potion, and then basically Rita's saying that it's the kind that'll make Zed forget about his idea of wanting him to have a child, but Finster thinks that's a good idea, and then he doesn't, and because I don't think she doesn't want to have a child at this point because it's early in the marriage kind of thing, which kind of makes sense, which it's a little early, I know, personally, anyway. And what I mean is, it's kind of awkward. I guess under the situation, under the circumstances, it would be a little awkward because of the moment it happened, and he said about that I understand. Anyway, but getting back into the segment, with the Rangers, they're dealing with the rats in Angel Grove, and then basically, in Angel Grove's past, because if you remember what I stated beforehand, about the Rangers having to deal with those gigantic rats that the Wizard of Deception had created. And Tommy is still dealing with the Wizard of Deception and the evil Green Ranger clone on his end. And the Dragonzord, which for this 3-part episode was under the control of the clone, basically. And basically what happens is Tommy then later manages to defeat, not defeat the clone, but like defeat the Wizard of Deception, freeing his clone from the Wizard's control. And then the clone version of Tommy, which is the Green Ranger, basically says that he feels like a fool for letting the Wizard of Deception control him like that. And basically, what happens is after that, the clone manages to stop the Dragonzord from destroying the city. Because if you guys remember, he had summoned the Dragonzord in the previous episode, for the first part, and at the beginning of the previous video, and it was causing havoc on Angel Grove, so he was able to stop it. And then after that, basically, Tommy tells his clone that he needs him to come with him back into Angel Grove's past to deal with the rat problem, the giant rat problem in Angel Grove's past that happened because of the Wizard of Deception. So they go to the Angel Grove in the year 1776 to deal with the rats, and then after that, after they deal with them, Tommy decides to take the Rangers back to his timeline, which is the present in this case, in the case of this episode, and he wants his clone to come back with him, but the clone says he won't because of the fact that he probably won't be able to fit in there because there's already one of them in there, which kind of makes sense, because if there's already one version of someone, if there's two of them, if it's a clone in this case, it would get people kind of confused. I get it. So the clone decides to stay in the year 1776 with the people of Angel Grove's past, but before the Rangers leave, Adam wants to take one of the members of that timeline with him, but I believe that's the one that helped them escape the soldiers the first time. But she says that she can't, she has to stay in her own time. And basically what happens is one of the soldiers mentions about the clone being a good fit to their regime, basically. Like, not a regime, but like a police force sort of thing. And then Tommy tells his clone if that's what he wants, then so be it. So he uses the Wizard of Deception's wand to transform the Green Ranger into basically the type of clothing that the people of Angel Grove in the year 1776 wear, and then he uses the wand again to go back to the present timeline. And then basically after that, the Rangers are being happy about being back in the present timeline. And then what happens is after that, Adam meets someone who is similar to the person that he met in the year 1776. And it's sort of like a happy ending sort of thing. And that's basically where this episode stops. So if you guys like this video when I post it, I'm probably going to post this video tomorrow, since it's getting kind of late anyway. So if you guys like this video when I post it tomorrow, first thing in the morning after breakfast, because that's probably when I'll post it, just please give this video the real best you guys can, and I will see you guys next time for the next video. So, and I apologize that this video is relatively shorter than my previous two, Power Ranger videos on this part, and my apologies if you heard those burps in the video. Again, my apologies if you hear those burps. I'm just having a little internal burp thing happening. It happens. Anyway, that's going to end this video, guys. So if you guys like this video when I post it, like I said, I'm going to post it tomorrow since it's getting kind of late and I'm running low on battery power on my iPad anyway. So if you guys like this video when I post it tomorrow, just please give this video the real best you guys can. And I will see you guys next time for the next Power Ranger video. So until then, like I always tell you with this series, may the power protect you always.